a country of sunlight and contrast, where the Caribbean meets the Andes, and every corner feels alive. From the beaches to the highlands, it looks like paradise. And beneath that beauty lies something even greater: oil. More of it than anywhere else on Earth. For decades, oil was the heart that kept Venezuela beating. It built highways, schools, hospitals, even dreams. In the 1970s, Caracas shined like Miami. Bright lights, new cars, confidence everywhere. People believed the good times would never end. But oil made Venezuela powerful and dependent. The economy lived and died by its price. When oil sold high, the country thrived. When prices dropped, everything shook. Still, for a long time, no one worried, because the oil always seemed endless. In 1999, a former soldier named Hugo Chávez came to power. He promised a new start, to share the nation's oil wealth with the poor, to bring equality where there had been none. He called it a revolution, built not on war, but on welfare. And for a while, it worked. Billions went into social programs. Homes were built, schools reopened, and the poor finally felt seen. To many, Chávez wasn't just a leader, he was hope. Crowds filled the streets chanting his name. It felt like a new era had begun. But the whole system rested on oil. When prices stayed high, there was money for everyone. When they fell, there was nothing left. Instead of building other industries, Venezuela doubled down on oil, and that mistake would change everything. Then came the crash. In 2014, global oil prices plunged. Almost overnight, Venezuela's main income was gone. Factories closed, shops emptied. Inflation spiraled out of control. The bolivar, once a proud symbol of strength, became paper with no value. People carried stacks of cash just to buy bread. Hospitals ran out of medicine. Power outages swept across cities. Teachers stopped showing up because their salaries couldn't feed their families. In just a few years, one of South America's richest countries became one of its poorest. And people began to leave, millions of them, on buses, on foot, across borders. More than 7 million Venezuelans fled their homeland, one of the largest migrations in modern history. Those who stayed learned to survive in new ways. Markets started trading in U.S. dollars instead of bolivars. People bartered a bag of flour for medicine, cooking oil for bus fare. Yet through it all, the culture never died. Music still filled the streets. Families still shared what little they had. Laughter found its way through the struggle. Little by little, the economy began to adjust. The government loosened price controls. Small businesses reopened. Some stability returned, fragile but real. And beneath it all, pride remained. Ask a Venezuelan, and they'll tell you, we've survived worse. We'll survive this too. While Venezuelans fought to rebuild, the rest of the world began fighting over them. The United States, long suspicious of Chávez's successor, Nicolás Maduro, accused his government of corruption and election fraud. Washington froze billions of dollars in assets and blocked oil sales. Sanctions hit hard, hurting the government but also the people. Russia, China, and Iran stepped in to help, offering loans, buying oil, trading supplies. Venezuela became more than a struggling nation. It became a piece on the global chessboard, a quiet frontline in a contest between East and West. No bombs were dropped, but the war was real. An economic war, invisible, yet relentless. The oil industry starved of investment. Production fell. Fuel shortages spread, even in a land that floats on oil. And for ordinary people, it didn't matter who was right, only that life kept getting harder. At its core, America's struggle with Venezuela has always been about two things: power and proximity. Venezuela sits on the largest oil reserves in the world, just a few days by ship from U.S. shores. Whoever controls that oil controls influence across the Americas. Venezuela's friendships with Russia, China, and Iran challenge a balance Washington has tried to protect for generations. The United States says it stands for democracy and human rights, but beneath those words lies a familiar motive: keeping rivals out of its own backyard. America doesn't want another Cuba, a defiant, resource-rich nation aligned with its enemies. So instead of sending soldiers, it sends sanctions. Instead of bombs, it uses banking and diplomacy. This is the modern way of war, fought in boardrooms and markets, not on battlefields. And the result is a standoff, a government refusing to bend, and a superpower refusing to let go. They plant gardens where supermarkets fail. They teach their children even when schools have no books. They dance when the lights go out. Yet through everything, the politics, the pressure, the pain Venezuela endures, the people wake each morning and do what they've always done: adapt, rebuild, keep going. Look past the headlines, and you'll see something stronger than crisis: the quiet courage of millions who refuse to give up. Venezuela's story isn't over. It's being written every day, in every home, by people who believe tomorrow can still be better than today. Because in the end, oil might run dry, but hope somehow keeps flowing.